Back more Angel. This is episode 3 of season 2, and I'm very excited to carry on with this season, see what's going to happen next. Last episode, I absolutely adored. Easily one of my favourites of the entire show so far. I just loved everything they kind of did with it, and it felt kind of very experimental, kind of in a way that Buffy kind of, started to experiment a lot after its first few seasons as well. So that's definitely a very good sign for the future of this season. I know a lot of people really like season 2 as well. I've heard season 2 and season 5 are a lot of people's kind of favourites. So I'm very, very intrigued as to where the season's going to take us. We have everything with Darla going on and Wolfram and Hart, and we now have a new kind of HQ, it seems, with the hotel, which is interesting. So yeah, really enjoying where the season's going, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. So, without further ado, let's get into the next one. Alright. You can fucking bring it.
Aren't you going to ask me to dance?
What is this? You don't want to see him dance, I'll tell you that.
So strange.
Agreed. Well.
I give up.
Very well, we'll just move our offices back to your living room.
And I'm dusting. Maybe we can help.
You two? I find D-Vac, I'm gonna need more than C-3PO and stick figure Barbie backing me up, no offense.
Very little taken.
D-Vac is a badass.
C-3PO.
The serious muscle.
I'm sure they'll all get along fine.
Beware. Your time on this earth is drawing nigh. I stand ready to fight the good fight, sir. What do you need?
Financial advice.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're making this hotel our new base of operations.
Is this demon fighting cool or what, huh?
Oh boy.
What you doing, man? We need to move
Trouble is, that would be me.
We'll make it.
We are not taking these two, they'll slow us up.
We go up against D-Vac, we're gonna need the entire team. Pick me up in the back in the shade.
Ah, I like his faith in them all.
Two ladies split.
Maybe you heard what a pleasant person you were to be around.
There.
Oh my. They'll get along fine eventually, I'm sure.
But D-Vac scares me a lot more than you do.
Oh. Oh.
At me now? What are you doing? Survival of the fittest, bruh. And right now, you're not looking too
Bruh. Calm down, bruh.
No, man, this is my case.
Well. Still cleaner than the fucking hotel by the looks of it.
I haven't bothered to see a movie since Denzel was robbed of the Oscar for Malcolm X.
Oh.
That was quite a performance.
I know. Talk about wound up too tight.
No, I mean Denzel.
Who's talking about that?
Well, he was always great.
What about you? Who doesn't love Denzel?
Mm.
No, I mean, what you said before, it's true. I've never seen you have so much trouble with a simple vampire before. Off day. Let's go.
Is he shaken by his weird dream? Oh.
What's that ringing?
Nothing, darling. It'll stop.
Where's it coming from?
It's so weird, sunbathing in the dark.
Ignore it.
I guess there's no other option.
Why are you so good to me?
Wesley! Where are you guys? God, I don't know what I should do.
If he's sunbathing with a woman dripping ice over him, I'm not sure I want to see it, to be honest.
He's in trouble.
I like that she's just going for it though, heading straight on in, even though she couldn't contact the others. Oh! Oh.
Stop it. You made her go away.
Angel, it's me.
Jesus.
What are you doing here?
Gun's in trouble.
Gun can't breathe?
It's like when she hit Doyle with the tray, thinking he was one of the demons.
Whether you want to believe it or not, you are in big time danger. I'm visioning you. I saw you at the... Angel is not going to be happy. You know what he's finds out I let his car get stolen.
Oh dear.
You need protection.
And how exactly do you plan on protecting her? Some weak-ass ladysmith battle axe?
Ask Joey and his cracked skull to how much gas it is. Besides,
Oh my god.
I've also got this.
Children.
I'm your protector whether you like it or not.
Well, some better attack me soon, because I know I can't take much more of this.
You know, I don't need a helmet for protection. Angel, it's the law in California. Do you want us to get pulled over? No. Then what's the problem?
It's pink, I think, is a problem.
Well, it's just, you know... Looks good. Hop on board, gorgeous.
I love the dynamic they've all formed.
Tito's having a party. Everyone's invited. Desmond will be there. Well, business is business. You should think about minding your own.
Things don't change, I might have to put you out of business.
I'm surprised you didn't wet yourself.
Him? He's nothing, D-That. Name's Gunn. He's under the false impression that he runs this town.
I know who he is. The trouble he's caused.
Well,
Got a few things to take care of in here, then you and I are gonna have a little chat. Go!
Jeez. Short enough leash, or do you just go all warm and tingly on the whole power trip thing?
Some people need discipline to survive. Now, when we get inside, just shut up and stick close to me.
Hold on there, Generalissimo. I'm not one of your toy soldiers you can just boss around. Trust me, I know how to blend. Okay, not exactly blending. Maybe I'll just shut up and stick close to you. I'm a working girl. You come out wrong. I mean, obviously I'm not a working girl. I didn't mean to imply that I could be a working girl and you couldn't. Far from it. You'd make a great. Did you just point me to the hors d'oeuvres?
I had no idea.
oh dear. Oopsie.
It looked like it may have hooked her artery. I
Ooh.
blood pressured the wound, slowed the bleeding, but her pulse has been weakening. She passed out on the way over here.
She gonna be all right?
Step outside and let us take care of her.
Is she gonna be all right?
Your friend probably saved her life, but we've still got some work to do, so let us do it, please.
Come on.
Yeah.
Get in it. Gun.
Now you can be thankful for Cordelia. Doesn't have good luck with the woman he gets close to, does he?
I can never take it easy, not for a second, all right? The minute I forget that, somebody like Alana pays the price.
Alana.
Oh. I'm glad they're going back to like, the trauma with his sister.
Let's be sure you're okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Good.
Oh!
Now stop talking.
Yeah. I had a feeling they were focusing on her quite a bit for someone who wasn't really focused on before.
Looking for these?
Nah. Oh.
Survival of the fittest, bro.
Bruh.
And right now, you're not looking too fit.
Wow. Not when you strangle him, no. I feel like it was a stupid... yeah. It was stupid to even shrink down in the first place, to be honest. Whoa! Smooth.
Cordy, act!
Whoa! Oh! How about that?
It's you, Charles. You're the danger.
Excuse me?
It's how you live your life. You don't just face danger, you create it. You're on a self-destruct mission, unless you get some help.
I ain't buying none of this.
That's a lot to
Beyond War
interpret.
crap.
You know it's true. How about that? Thank you.
Ah. I ship it. I mean, no one can measure up to Doyle, but you know.
You give, and you give, and you give.
Oh, Mandy, you
Always
came and you gave without taking.
So many things to make up for.
And you have.
I don't like where this is
You
going.
just relax.
Why are you dreaming about Darla?
I know how to please you.
Oh shit.
All you have to do is let me. I could just eat you up.
Well. Well, that's disturbing. Okay, pretty solid episode overall, I think. I wouldn't say it was like mind-blowing, but that's always going to be hard when you come off an episode that I loved as much as the last one. But yeah, I did really, really like this quite a bit. I just really loved all the moments that showcased kind of the trio and like the main gang. Just the chemistry between Angel, Wesley and Cordelia is just really, really good. And you can just tell they like get along so well and know each other so well at this point. And they've grown so much, you know, as individuals and as a team. It's just really cool to see them explore that. You know, Cordelia showing concern for Angel over how much he's been sleeping. That moment where, you know, Wesley made Angel wear the pink helmet was really funny. Just little kind of moments like that between the characters that just kind of showcase how far they've come and how well they get on. I just eat those kind of moments up. I think it's just so well done. And the actors clearly have a lot of chemistry together, which I really, really enjoy. And I even liked the inclusion of Gunn in that kind of group. I know he's main cast now, so I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot more of him, and I imagine eventually he'll become like a fully fledged member of Angel Investigations, I'm guessing. I could be wrong on that, we'll have to wait and see. But I felt like he had some decent chemistry with everyone as well. I mean, we've seen him with Angel interact quite a bit more in his, you know, most of his appearances, but it was nice they kind of showcased different relationships in regards to Gunn in this episode, like mainly with Cordelia, obviously. So it'd be cool to get an episode where it's just like him and Wesley on their own. That could be quite cool. But I really like the dynamic they were kind of exploring with Gunn just being absolutely done with Cordelia. That was really funny. Maybe a bit of spark at the end, maybe. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it because I tend to with my shipper goggles. I have to wait and see what happens. I'm not sure. I mean, it takes a lot to get over Doyle, doesn't it? But I did enjoy the kind of explorations of the different relationships in this one, with like the core cast and with Gunn being included in that. And he's definitely kind of found more of an understanding, I think, to Cordelia, because Angel he's more than happy to work with, but he's always seems kind of annoyed by Wesley and Cordelia. So the fact that he kind of got shown in this episode that maybe they're not as useless as he kind of wrote them off to be, he'll be able to get along with them better and work with them better, which is a nice kind of step forward if Gunn's going to be sticking around a lot. So that was really cool. I liked all the relationships on display, and just seeing how great the trio still are together. They're just so much fun. And let's just talk about all the Darla stuff, because what the fuck? She's messed up. So he's having dreams about her, but also kind of not, I'm guessing. She's kind of influencing those dreams, which is gross and disturbing, and, you know, boundaries, Darla, boundaries. You know, consent issues will come into play with what she's doing. Because I was thinking that, why the hell is he dreaming about Darla? Like, why now of all times? That just seems a bit too coincidental with her coming back from the dead. But she's clearly been influencing them in real life, I suppose. So that was very bizarre. I did love the image of, though, like, the two vampires just, like, sunbathing, but obviously it's completely dark. That was a very bizarre image, but it really worked quite well, and we're seeing kind of a more light-hearted side, I guess, to the Darla and Angel relationship. Because I'm sure they had their good moments before it all went wrong in the past. So that was kind of interesting seeing that kind of revisited, and the fact that Angel is sleeping a lot more. It's almost like he wants to have those moments because it's the only time he can kind of feel some happiness maybe, or enjoyment, fulfillment in that sense. And even in those dreams he still talks about his repentance and how much he still has to kind of, you know, repent for, which I thought was interesting. So yeah, those sequences were kind of like, what the hell at first, but they made sense as the episode goes on. I'm interested in seeing where they might go with that, and I wonder if, like, if you experience that true happiness in a dream, would that turn it back into Angelus? That'd be interesting. But yeah, I did like the exploration of that in the dreams, and then that final reveal that she's actually kind of influencing them in real life is very disturbing. We'll have to see what happens with that and how long it will take before Angel finds out Dallas back from the dead. That should be quite cool. Hopefully it's not dragged out for too long. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that's kind of seems a bit twisted on Dallas' part in terms of maybe revenge on him or something like that. I don't know. Maybe she wants to win him back. Who can say? But I'm intrigued to find a bit more out about that. And having the singing demon guy show up in the dream at the start as well was really fun, because I really liked him in the premiere. So yeah, that was kind of an interesting kind of aspect running through the episode. So we'll have to see where they go with the whole darn thing. I mean, it's kind of creepy and disturbing, but makes for an interesting storyline, I suppose. We'll have to see what happens with that. And then, yeah, the focus on Gunn, I feel like we've got a bit more of an insight into how he works, mainly through Cordelia's eyes and Cordelia's kind of impression of him, and the conclusion she kind of drew at the end, I guess, about what her visions really were. They're referring to him and himself and his kind of self-destructive path of life. Interesting that they kind of explored that with the character. And also kind of explored almost like a trauma I think he's going through, and maybe even to an extent PTSD with the death of his sister. I'm glad they didn't just gloss over that and like never mention the sister again, because it did kind of feel like they did that after episode 20 in season 1. They kind of really didn't mention the sister or anything. And as much as I didn't like the sister as a character in that episode, it was a big deal that Gunn kind of had to watch her die twice basically, had to kill her ultimately. So I'm glad they kind of went back to that. And even like called his friend who got injured Alana, which was cool. Just showing it's still very much plaguing his thoughts and still on his mind. He's still really suffering about that. I really like that they kind of keep exploring, you know, the trauma of him losing his sister, and hopefully that's something they will continue to kind of work on and develop as Gunn maybe, you know, interacts with the trio a bit more, maybe kind of deals with his loss and moves forward and finds a better way of fighting demons, a better, safer way of living his life, which could be by joining Angel Investigations. We'll have to see. But I think that could be a very interesting arc for Gunn, and I think that might be what they're setting up. Because I really liked him in this episode. I think this is probably the most I've ever liked him. It makes sense, because we got to learn and see a lot more of him in this one. He was actually present like throughout the episode, which was really nice to see. And yeah, he has some really funny lines, stuff like that. And I'm intrigued as to where they could take him, but I did really like what they did with him quite a bit. And the idea of him going down this like self-destructive kind of path, and him still grieving for his sister. I really like that they didn't just gloss over that, which they easily could have done, but they haven't, so that's good. And I look forward to seeing where they go with that. And then Divac, I think was the demon's name. Kind of cool design, I suppose. It was completely stupid of him to transform into like his human form, I guess, because it just made him really weak and vulnerable to Cordelia's spray. I know that's kind of the point, but it was only there so that could happen, which I thought was a bit cheap. So I mean, really, the reveal of Divac being that guy they first met in the meeting doesn't add a great deal, you know. They didn't really need to do that twist because it doesn't really change a lot. So they could have just stumbled upon Divac there anyway. It didn't need to be that guy from before. If anything, it kind of cheapens the threat of Divac almost, because the guy we saw being like really afraid of Divac and being killed by him and stuff was actually Divac himself. I think that was the same guy. So that kind of robs that of him having kind of any build up. So, you know, he's just a generic one episode kind of villain, I assume, since he got an axe through the head. So it doesn't need to be anything particularly special, I suppose. But I say that, but we also have like some fantastic one-off villains, so it shouldn't really be an excuse. But never mind. You know, this episode was really about Gunn and his character and his journey and his recklessness almost, so you can kind of forgive if like the villain wasn't all that. And David Nabbit showed up again. I actually quite liked his inclusion in this one. I'm still not a big believer in him needing to be in the finale last season. I get what they were going for, and they could show like the parallels or contrast between him and Angel, but I don't think they really needed to do that anyway. I think the rest of the episode kind of did that enough already and didn't really add a lot. It just kind of slowed the episode down a bit for me personally. But in this one, I actually think it really, really worked. Because when they obviously overtook the hotel, they have all these questions like, I mean, is no one going to notice that they're just living in there now? Like, what if they want to have all the lights on and stuff like that? How are they going to run it? And why is the electricity still going? And we've got a lot of answers in that through David's inclusion. And then talking about being able to like actually afford to run this hotel and trying to work something out for them. I really, really liked that because it kind of solves that problem of how can they even bloody afford to rent this place out? So I really liked his inclusion in this episode. That worked quite well. And I also really loved Cordelia in this episode. I thought she was fantastic. I like that she just went straight on and tried to save Gunn when she had the vision. Didn't even want to wait for Angel and Wesley just in case, you know, Gunn really was in danger. I wonder why Wesley didn't pick up originally. Like, what slowed him down? So yeah, I thought that was really great of her to kind of just go head first, put someone else ahead of herself, because obviously she's changed so much since we first met her in Buffy. And I really enjoyed that, and just the dynamic between her and Gunn I think worked very well when she first showed up at the party. That was really funny. And, you know, acting fast enough to save Gunn's friend's life, which was really cool of her, and trying to comfort Gunn as well, and not allow him to blame himself for everything, because she's seen a lot of that, I think, through Angel, and she doesn't want someone else in her life, I think, to feel that, and her assigning herself as a protector was really cool. So yeah, I really liked Cordelia in this episode as well. She's come such a long way, and I love that they continue to kind of show that in episodes like this. So yeah, overall, really, really solid episode. Really enjoyed it. I mean, it's always going to be hard to follow an episode that I loved as much as the last one, but I think it was still a solid entry. I liked the focus on Gunn quite a bit, and the potential storylines that could take him down. The Dana stuff's very weird and very disturbing with that final reveal, but I am very excited to see where they go with it. So it's nice to have like villains that have kind of like a close personal link to like the main characters, and Dana's a great example of that with Angel, because they have a lot of history. So I'm very, very excited to see where that might go. But yeah, overall, very solid episode. And yeah, we're getting off to a very strong start, I think, with this season. So yeah, excited to see what's going to happen next. I forgot yet again to check what the next cycle of reactions are going to be. So let me just look that up. I'm pretty sure we'll be watching Angel next again anyway. But we will see. So the next 3 reactions will be Angel, episode 4, and then we'll be going back to Buffy for season 5, episode 4 and 5. So those will be the next 3 reactions. And yeah, until then, thanks for watching.